Coach, what was the focus of Shootaround today? How much is targeted towards the game tonight, and then how much is targeted just towards advancing the group?
Yeah, I think a big portion of it was more towards what we do, continuing to hit it home on our key points, the way we want to run, how we want to keep focus on our defensive, our tenacity, our energy, all those things that we're going to talk about, and they apply to tonight just as well.
How did Jalen respond to his activity from the other day in a pretty physical practice, apparently?
Jalen responded well. I think he responded well. You see he's getting some shots up now. He was able to do some 5-on-0 today, so he's slowly responding, which is a good sign.
Do you expect him to be available tonight?
No.
What do you want to get out of tonight's game, the last game before the regular season? Is it a dress rehearsal, or what's your approach?
I think it's still a combination of both, like Dan just spoke about. I really do believe it's focusing on what we do, our offensive staples, our defensive staples, and then some rotation pieces, seeing what guys could still play with other guys, looking at different combinations. I think that's going to be something we'll continue to look at tonight, as well as we have a couple more scrimmages in practice down the stretch.
I was going to ask, if Jalen can't go tonight, presumably, like you said, is there a scenario where he could be ready for opening day? Like, is there enough time for him to do the work that he needs to do, regardless of how he responds to whatever that work may be? We know that once season starts, practice time is limited.
Yeah. Now, you'd love to say there is enough time, and in the same breath, you have to say, are we going to be smart about how we're approaching it? And so we'll see what he does, how he responds to what was done yesterday, which was good. We'll have a couple more scrimmages where we'll be able to go live, some 3-on-3, some 5-on-5, and we'll see how he responds after each one of those days. And then we'll be able to tell you accordingly on game night. You'll know whether he is or isn't on opening night.
To kind of that point about like preparing for the season, you guys get a chance to see Paolo, Franz, and Des together a lot during practice, but they played only one preseason game together. How vital is it to get all three of them out there and just kind of get comfortable playing against a different opponent?
I think it's huge. It really is big for us to be able to get those guys out there, to the chemistry, how they play off of one another, their communication on both sides of the ball. And so they've done a great job communicating already, the things that they see, but it is going to be great to get them out there against a different opponent altogether.
How vital are those minutes for them together, like you said, to kind of get that communication, kind of get that chemistry down? That's kind of what this time is for.
It's very big. It's very big for them.
Do you anticipate anyone having the night off tonight?
No, we'll see how the rotation goes, but for the most part, I don't see guys sitting out tonight, no.
Paolo and Des will be.
Correct, yes.
Is an undefeated preseason important?
Us playing good basketball is important.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Start to officially count. What are you guys trying to get out of tonight's game against the Pelicans?
I mean, every game is the same for us. We're trying to get better and play in our standards. So the last couple games it was all right. We looked at the film. There were some issues we had in defense and offense since we kind of like, I didn't want to say like change the play style, but we play a little bit faster. So we gotta control that, come back, get stops, keep doing what we do, what we did last year, and what is our whole goal and whole meaning to this team. That is get stops and get out and run. So gotta do that and just keep improving as a team.
How has this training camp gone for you this preseason? Obviously one last game tonight, but how would you evaluate the way things have gone for you?
For me personally, I think I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing. Crash the glass. I think I've done a good job doing that. Some shots are gonna go in, and other than that, defensively, I think I looked pretty good. So, but gotta keep improving. This is preseason shape that we are in. So the season is gonna come in 6 days. So we gotta be ready for the first game because it's gonna be different. So I just gotta be ready for that.
Generally, how do you feel like this group has taken to the preseason, or how this group has performed in the preseason? You feel like you guys have gotten the work in and shown what you wanted to show, or that you're kind of where you want to be heading into the season?
Yeah, I think we showed a lot of growth. Just taking this game seriously. Because we know this is not just fun. I mean, we call it like a scrimmage, like practice, but it's not a practice. Like mentally, you just gotta keep doing the right things. I think everybody has done that. Younger guys just. I think they realize that every single game has got to be the same way, same mentality, same things that you got to do, stay consistent. So I think we've done that. And other stuff, whatever, if we're missing something, I think it's going to come not just naturally, but coaches are gonna look at it, and we've done a great job listening to the coaches and understanding that it's better for us. So just everybody, just professionalism, just how everybody has been working during the summer. Everybody's in good shape, so just taking this really seriously, knowing what we can do. Thank you, guys.
Good deal. Thanks, Goga. The wins and losses start to count. What are you trying to get out of tonight's game against the Pelicans?
Just keep building on our habits. Really come out and be the defensive team that we want to be this year. Push the ball with pace and share it. We're still getting a feel for things. We're relatively new together, just go out there and really build on what we've laid so far.
You didn't play in the last preseason game, but what do you hope to get out of this one tonight?
Just keep building on our habits. I mean, that's all we can ask for. Come out here, play hard, play together.
You played only one game with Paolo and Franz together, with the three of you together. How valuable are these minutes against another team to kind of build that chemistry? You guys have obviously been able to play a little bit in practice, but how valuable are these minutes for you three as you get ready for the regular season?
Yeah, it's huge. It's not a sprint though; it's a marathon, and we want everybody to be healthy and feeling good. Towards the end of the season. That's the biggest thing. In Memphis, me, John, Jaren, we didn't get enough time on the floor together, just with injuries and different things. So, the more we can play together, the more chemistry we'll have.
What are the kind of the habits that you want to kind of fine tune or clean up as you work through this last preseason?
Take care of the ball. We've been a little loose with it. We're playing fast, so more turnovers, but take care of the ball. Like I said, build on our defense and share it. I mean, that's it.
Are you guys like? I know there's still stuff to clean up, but are you guys generally happy with what you've been able to show in the preseason games and kind of coming back into practice?
Yeah, I mean, preseason's always a little tricky. Sometimes minutes are short and lineups are different, but I think that we've set a good foundation for what we're trying to do this year.
What's the biggest thing maybe you've learned about your teammates as you've gone through this training camp, nearing the end of it with regular season starting next week?
We got a bunch of good guys, that are hungry, willing to work. I think that's the main thing that we have as a collective.
What makes them good guys? I mean, we know their talent. We've seen them on the court, but you've been on different teams with different guys. Just what makes them different?
I just think their willingness to be coachable, their willingness to appreciate their teammates and what their teammates are asking of them, and from top to bottom, our best players on the team and some guys that are fighting for roster spots. It's the same vibe all the way throughout.
Players are often asked, how to build up a shooting rhythm. People talk about that a lot. But on the defensive end, how do you build up a defensive rhythm?
Just really being locked into the details. It's got to be five guys, all in sync. Really trying to accomplish the same thing. So I think it's just really locking into the details.
Good deal. Appreciate that.